Hello. Are we live? I think we're live. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. And there's no one here yet. We will see if we get people. Coming. Hello. No one's in the stream yet, but I'm probably going to hang around for 5 or 10 minutes, probably less than that if no one shows up. And if someone does enter and chat, then obviously we'll kind of take it from there. But I'd say the goal would be on for about, I don't know, half hour maybe. We'll see. Right now, I'm drinking orange juice in a can. Would you believe? Very tasty. And it's like not just like that cordial, like really sugary orange juice. It's actually like real orange juice, like fresh squeezed with pulp in it and stuff. Really good. No viewers yet. So I've just been watching David Jones's last video in Fingerboard Week number 7, and pretty cool so far. Like, I grew up watching Back to the Future. I loved it, and the video that he's doing is like recreating like a miniature version of the hoverboard from Back to the Future, which is really cool. And he made a confession at the start of that video that he had actually not ever watched Back to the Future. Never seen it. So he had to watch the video before making the video on the video about the hoverboard, with the hoverboard in it. So he first used like fans, like desk fans, and then he used magnets. Well, I guess we're just hanging out with Chuck at the moment. Yo. We'll go sort that out. Hello. I just came from El Stacker's live stream, so it's pretty late. I'm looking over here. I've got in New York, it's like 20 past 1 in the morning. So I need to bring that over here. In Boise, it's like 11:21 p.m. Yo! I was just talking about you. El Stacker Adventures in the chat. How you going, man? I was just saying, I was looking up how late it was over your way. And I believe it is 11:22 p.m. Cannonball the like button. Yes, thank you. Have you cannonballed the like button? I don't think I can cannonball the like button from here. You would be able to tell me. Can I cannonball my own like button from a live stream? Maybe. I don't know. Hey man, I just came from your exact live stream. Thank you for coming across. Yeah, I'm stoked that you could make it too, man, because let's get some homies in the chat. If there's some around, I'd appreciate a like and a share, because on your live stream, Adam Bad Riders was saying, hey, when's the next Chuck live stream? Because he missed the first Chuck live stream. And I said, well, who knows? But I actually had, depending on when you did your live stream, I was going to either go before or after you, but you finished, your live stream started just as I was finishing work. So I had to drive home and then wait for your live stream to end and watch the David Jones video, the last video of Fingerboard Week, which I've not finished watching yet. I'm about 9.5 minutes into that. Did you watch it, dude? Did you enjoy it? Yeah. The Avo apparel shirt. I've got a couple of Casey's shirts. Well, I suppose Casey and his brother started this company. Pardon me. I'd ask you where you are and what you're up to, but I think I already know. What are you doing, man? What time are you got to get up for work tomorrow? I know you said you're working. I'm taking my cues from you too. There's something that you were saying. You always seem to have like a drink of some sort in your live stream. You shared the stream. We'll get some homies in here soon. Let's hope so. You wake up at 7 a.m, dude. That's rough. What? It's nearly 11:30 there now, is it not? Yeah, you've got to be up in 7 hours. I know, it's crazy, the time difference. As you can see here, it's light here. I actually had to close the curtains behind me because the sun was coming in. It's like, what time is it? It's like nearly 3:30 in the afternoon now. And actually, I was stealing from you. You always seem to have some kind of drink or something, like a Gatorade or something that you're like a sports drink. Right now I'm drinking orange juice, and it's East Coast orange juice in a can. Believe it or not, like it's actual real, like fresh squeezed orange juice with the pulp and everything. What did you think of Fingerboard Week? I enjoyed this Fingerboard Week. Yeah, it is really yummy. I only just discovered that, because I didn't think that orange juice in a can was a thing, but apparently it is. And I saw it at the supermarket, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get that into my neck very soon. And I did, and now I'm obsessed with them. I'm drinking them all the time. El Stacker Adventures says, all of the talking makes me thirsty. Yeah, it is it is thirsty work when you're sitting there for like, you know, an hour or whatever it is. just talking, reading out people's comments. The last live stream that I did, I think it was on like a Sunday afternoon here, so it would have been like a Saturday night. You guys would have, you probably would have been out or still working or something like that when I did it last time. But I went to work this morning because at the moment I'm in lockdown, and but I've got 2 jobs, and one of them is shut down right now. The other one is I'm considered an essential worker, so I'm allowed to go to that one, and then after I finish work, I have to come straight home. Yeah, no, I am. I think I'm 100, and so Stacker says that I'm at 100 subs. Yeah, that happened, I think, a week or two. Or no, it was a couple of weeks ago. I think when I was at the snow when it happened. Thank you. I'm stoked to be in the 100 club. This light is really giving me the... That's better. Alright. Should we get some strawberries in the chat? We should definitely get some strawberries in the chat. Let's see if we can do that. There's some more strawberries in the chat. I don't think I can see. I don't think I can see my messenger, but the DWCP, I heard a beep before, so I think that might be the DWCP chat going off, and that might have been you saying Chuck's live. Oh, what I want to know is where Adam Bad Riders is, because he was the one that was saying he wanted a live stream, and here I am. I'm giving him a live stream. He's not even here. Adam, tisk tisk tisk, where are you, my man? I want to see you. Oh. El Stacker. I can't wait. Yes, and it is El Stacker. Or is it El Stacker? Ah, yeah, you shared it on the DWCP. Actually, thinking of, or speaking of, something that should be more prominent in the set background. Dude, have you seen this? Does the artwork look familiar? Or the it's an artist that you know very well, actually, that sent me this, and it sits in my office. I love it. I'll just pop that there. Yep. That was your friend and my friend, Catma Man Snow. Yeah, Catma Man. He sent me a photo. And actually, I believe that he sent this to me as payment for some DWCP stickers, which I have not yet sent him. So I've got a whole bunch of envelopes and a heap of DWCP stickers. Where are they? They're probably here. In fact, you've seen them already because I sent you some. Have you got them? Pretty sure I sent you some stickers. Did you get stickers in that pack of whatever it was that I sent you? All of those sweets and everything? Yeah, yeah. El Stacker says, I highly enjoyed Fingerboard Week. What will he come up with next? You never know. David Jones could come up with anything at any time. I think it's here. So many things. Dude, you're going to be so stoked to hear that I've been doing some... I've been spending a bit of time in my lockdown downtime doing some editing. And there's going to be some videos coming to my channel soon. I want to get, I've got 2 that are almost ready to go. And I want to get probably another 2 done before I start dropping any. But that shouldn't take too long with the amount of time I've got on my hands at the moment. We've got a DWCP sticker. We've got the red DWCP sticker. The blue circle. And the red circle. Yeah, El Stacker says he has the stickers. He says you wonder where he should put the stickers. On the helmet, dude. Surely you've got to have at least one on the helmet. I know Swanee's got one on his helmet. And you can share them if you want. They don't have to go specifically on your gear. I know that you're not one for putting heaps of stickers on your snowboards like I do. But if you want to give them out to someone, like Carlo. Carlo would be stoked on some stickers, I would have thought. El Stacker says, dude, I need some Chuck Van vlogs. Well, you're in luck because I believe, I don't know if it'll be the next video, but the 2 videos I've got edited at the moment, they're both vlogs, and they're both heavily featuring both Swanee and Phil. So those boys are in both of them, and it's kind of the prelude to my last, or our last snowboarding trip to Perisher. So we went to Perisher for a week, and this was, in fact we were meant to have gone again since then, but we got locked down. So but yeah, I like filmed a whole sequence of us getting ready the night before and us traveling down. So I've made vlogs of those already. Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, man, I actually miss Phil too. Phil, I'm not sure if you know this, but a while ago, maybe, pardon me, maybe 6 months ago, I think Phil moved in with me in my house here, and Swanee also lives here. He's been living here for, I don't know, about a year now, I think. It was a bit after, yeah, probably about a year. But anyway, so Phil like moved in here, but even though like his bed is here, a lot of his stuff is here, I have not actually seen him for probably 2 weeks. And before that, I hadn't seen him for ages because Phil got a girlfriend. And Phil has been spending a lot of time over at his girlfriend's house, and we haven't seen him. YouTube is telling me that there has been 2 people in this chat, but there's only 1 at the moment. So I think that it's just you and me. How long have we been going for? Almost 20 minutes. Yeah, I agree. El Stacker says, go Phil. Go! Yeah, Phil is an absolute legend. Yes. El Stacker says, Phil, snowboarding? The answer is yes. Phil did go snowboarding. There's a bit of a story behind that whole trip, though. Phil, like, pardon me, started to get a little bit sick as we were heading down to the snow. And he didn't have COVID-19 or anything, but he got a really bad like chest infection, and he got sick, and he made Swanee sick, and then I got sick, and that whole trip was a bit of a mess because of that. So out of the 5 days that we were there, I think Phil only snowboarded 2 days. But in those 2 days, I do have some good footage of Phil snowboarding. So that will come. So I think that he was snowboarded with us. Maybe it was the last day that we were there, or the second last day. Ah, the man himself, Adam Bad Riders. I was just saying before, like, you really, really wanted, you're like, hey, when's Chuck's live stream going to be? Actually, I always planned to do one today. It was either going to be like before El Stacker's one, or it's going to be after El Stacker's one. Turned out to be after because he ended up going like a little bit earlier than what I expected. Adam says Chuck's live. That is correct. And you're stuck watching the news. Why is Adam watching the news? So, Adam, I'm not sure, or Elliot? Yo, Adam, hello there. So Elliot, Adam, it just got announced like this morning that Adam's state is completely in lockdown, the same as mine is. He lives down in Victoria, one of the southern states in Australia. But what was I saying before? I was saying that I was talking about Phil. I was talking about the snow trip. Adam says, because people are protesting and I'm listening to hear what to... Oh, yeah, I heard about that too. There was a huge... I haven't seen any of the footage or anything, but I know that they had like protests planned in Sydney as well. And there was a massive police presence. Like they'd shut down like Ubers and public transport and taxi services so that people couldn't get into the CBD in Sydney. Not sure what happened in Melbourne, but everyone's like, hey, we don't want to have a lockdown. And the Premier's like, we have to have a lockdown. I was just explaining, so Adam Bad Riders, he says, I want to hear the most recent Phil Snow story. So Phil has been on snow, and I was just telling El Stacker before, oh yeah, you can see my office chair. That's cool. It's like a racing chair. It's really comfortable. Yeah. El Stacker says, I want more Phil vlogs. Don't we all? We all want more Phil vlogs. We loved that first episode. In fact, Phil made a, not really a claim, but in one of my upcoming videos, I asked him about where the Phil vlogs are. And he has footage. He has footage that he can turn into at least a Phil vlog that I know that we filmed on one of our trips to ESS Board Store. I know he has that. But yeah, Phil, when we went on our last trip, I think I told you, Adam, that when we got down there, Phil like got this chest infection, and he passed it on to both me and Swanee, and I'm still like trying to get it out of my chest. But no COVID, but definitely a really bad sickness. And he only ended up going up to the mountain like twice out of the 5 or 6 days that we were there. But I do have some footage of Phil like basically side slipping, which is cool. That'll go in a video. But that's kind of all of the Phil story that I have. He didn't do anything too crazy this trip, but his riding has improved a little bit. So he's hasn't got much of a sense of direction though. So you kind of need to keep an eye on him on the mountain. Make sure he doesn't go down a path that he's not ready for. Bad Riders says, yeah, the CBD is locked out. Well, it started peaceful and then someone hit a cop. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw that overhyped like photo of that guy in Sydney when they protested ages ago that was punching a horse. Ridiculous. But I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's not good that that's happening. Bad Riders said that that I've trimmed my beard. Yeah, I trimmed it about a week ago now. Like it was, you can't trust the thumbnail for this live stream. It's not beard accurate, but the beard, unfortunately, like I didn't mind it, but it was taking a bit of maintenance. One, to keep it in order, and two, it's really difficult to wear a face mask properly and comfortably when you've got a beard that's like really long. So I had to like trim it back so that I could get the face mask to fit over my face properly, because I basically have to wear a face mask like all the time when I'm at work. And in New South Wales, they've just mandated that you must wear a mask everywhere, basically in both indoor and outdoor settings. So that was the reason why I got rid of it. And I kind of like always like go between long beard, short beard. But I haven't been clean shaven. I don't think anyone's like actually seen my chin in, I don't know, about 10 years. Stacker, how long are you going to grow your hair? That is a really good question. And I think, I don't know if I'm coming after you. Your hair is pretty epic. But I've found that I actually quite like having long hair. And I've got like a mega bald spot like right on the back of my head, so there's just this one patch where it just doesn't grow, and that looks a bit weird from behind, but from the front on angle the curly hair is good. But I reckon I've got no plans to cut it short anytime soon, is how I'll answer that question. El Stacker says he's going to Oregon to work next week. I wish he was going there to snowboard. I hear Oregon's, that's north of you, and that's where Mount Hood is, I believe. So yeah, I think there's some really good pardon me, some good resorts up there, but alas, there is no snow yet, or not really. You could go hike. You could go to Mount Hood and like hike up there. You should take your snowboard with you. Why don't you take your snowboard with you and like just hike up the mountain? That's what I want to see. I want to see an El Stacker video with you taking your snowboard and like hiking up, and like you just riding like the dirtiest bit of snow melt that you can find. I think that's what needs to happen. Are you taking the camper? Tell me, are you taking the camper? That's what the people need to hear. Bad Riders said, that's about the length it was when we met up on Bulla. We have to tell a stacker who Michael Bolton is. Michael Bolton. It's funny, when you made that comment on El Stacker's live stream, I was halfway through typing, I bet El Stacker doesn't even know who Michael Bolton is. And then, dude, you said it. It's like, I don't know who that is. And I was like, ha ha ha. Michael Bolton is a recording artist. You should like look him up. I reckon he's like mega chill. I reckon you probably would not be into his music at all. But actually, Adam, I beg to differ in terms of hair length. When I met you at Bulla, like my hair was long-ish, but this is longer than it's ever been, ever, in my whole entire life. It's never been this long before. So it was, in fact, it was from around that time in 2019 when I had my whole like snowboarding adventure. That's kind of when it started, I think. No. Later in that year, I think it was It must have been early. Yeah, because when we went to Japan, I remember watching one of the videos the other day. My hair was like super short, and I got a haircut just before then, because that's when I just applied for my casual job, and I wanted to not look like a bush ranger when I went to see who is the person who was going to be deciding whether they gave me the job or not. Where am I up to? It's funny, I don't know how like Kevin, TJ, like all these people who do live streams all the time, like catch up, like keep up with the comments. There's 2 people in the chat right now, and I can't even keep up with you 2. So where am I up to? El Stacker says I'm starting to look like a snowboarder. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much. Bad Rider says, do we have any DWCP peeps in Oregon? Yes, we do. Rob Gamolo is in Oregon. He lives in Portland, actually. I know because I've sent stickers to his address. And I have to send more stickers to his address soon, actually. Yes, Stacker has to go to Mount Hood. Stacker says, I'm going to a different part of Oregon. Oh, no. Oh, well. Maybe another time. I know you want to go to Mount Hood. So you've got to do it like in summer. Like, and I know it's summer there now, but I mean like when the snowboarding is actually happening. Because that would be epic. And you have the opportunity to do that. There is no summer snowboarding here. Like when it's summer, it is so hot in Australia that the snow melts, which is weird because usually every Christmas we get a snowstorm in the Alpine regions. Almost every Christmas. And Christmas, it is like plus at least 28 degrees, usually 30 degrees. That's Celsius, by the way. I don't know what that is. That's well over 100, like 100, over 105, like every day, for you, El Stacker. And it's always so hot. So there is no snow anywhere in Australia. All right, where are we up to? He said, El Stacker says he's not taking the camper. He's staying in student housing. Okay. Oh, you said that you're like painting the student residence or something. Okay. El Stacker has found Michael Bolton on Spotify. This is what has to happen. We need you to listen to Michael Bolton and give us your review. That's what we need to hear. Bad Rider says that Chucks looks like he's ready to start an indie bar and surf band and join the tour circuit. Can you see me like with a guitar? Like I just have like this guitar and I'm just like, you know, strumming it and singing songs by the side of the road with the guitar case in front of me. I'm busking. Or am I like starting a full indie tour band? We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. I do have guitars though. Stacker says he's going to Eugene, Oregon, and we have the man himself, Old Man Shredder. Good morning to you, sir. It is a pleasure to have you in the chat. You are an absolute legend. I've been watching your skate videos, and I'm so sorry. Not really. I am a little bit sorry, but I'm not really that I'll like go for a stretch of time without watching any of your videos, like a couple of months, and then I'll watch all of them, like just binge watch them in a session. And I like to like comment on everyone's videos, like to support them. And I'm sorry that I know that your phone's notifications go nuts when I'm doing that. Adam says he knows Eugene from a Band of Brothers. Fun fact, I've actually never seen that show. Yo, Martin, Bad Rider says. El Stacker says, yo, old man. The Old Man Shredder, Martin Morgan himself, who I am very excited to see what happens with Martin's kiteboarding adventures that will be no doubt upcoming. So I'm really hyped to see that. I hope we get to see that before the winter sets in too hard, and he can't really do it out on the lake there. But now that it's looking like there's not going to be much of a chance, or there's not going to be a high probability that I'm going to be snowboarding again this season for the Southern Hemisphere, I've got to find some other ways to get the stoke and get my board sports happening. And before I end this live stream, which won't be yet actually, now we've got a couple of people in here, I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer. We've been going for 35 minutes. I reckon I'm going to go at least for 45, maybe an hour if we get a chat ongoing. But remind me to come back to that. But Martin, that kite that you bought looks epic, and I cannot wait to see you using it. You need to get your mate Rob to film you, like, you know, ooh, you know what I'm talking about. All right, where are we at in the chat here? Bad Rider says, speaking of summer, Chuck, when are we linking up for some summer wakeboarding? Ooh, that is an epic question. And I guess it very much depends on the state of the nation. Because right now we've got 2 states in complete lockdown, and it's looking like we're probably, I don't know, not going to be having freedoms enough for us to visit each other until at least Christmas, I reckon. And that's like summer. Yeah, well, that's obviously summer. So I think I'm claiming, I know work gets very busy early January, but I don't know, maybe if you are allowed to go to Queensland to see your family around Christmas time, I'm thinking maybe late January, early February might be a time for that to happen. I'd be down for a drive down to your way. I can bring my surfboard down, and I don't have any like wakeboarding gear, so but I'd love to have a rip on your jet ski. So let's talk about that in future. El Stacker says, I'm close to Mount Hood, so you should go there for sure. What? Before you said you weren't close to Mount Hood. What? Oh, where you're going to be isn't going to. I get it. Yeah. So, yeah, but you, like, how long is it for you to drive to Mount Hood from Boise? That's what I want to know. Surely it'd be like less than 6 hours driving. Maybe it's more like 7 or 8. I don't know, the US is a really big country, but Oregon's not that much far north of where you are. So let me know. Old Man Shredder says that he just woke up, and actually that was kind of the plan for this live stream. I know that the in America it's getting really late at night, and in Europe it's like really early in the morning. So and in Australia it's like middle of the afternoon, like it's just about to go 4 p.m. So it's probably a good time, and I've wanted to do a live stream where it's more of a friendly time for like my European friends to get on. So I'm so stoked that you've joined me today. All right. El Stacker says that he wants to go wakeboarding, and he wants to try and keep up with Old Man Shredder. I think we'd all struggle to keep up with Old Man Shredder, to be honest. Guy is an absolute legend and a beast. Have you seen him riding a skateboard? I need to stop being lazy and get on my skateboard. I need to like be more like active in general. Like in particular, this lockdown period has made me real, and this year has made me realize that I need to, like last year, I was like, even though I've always been like a big guy, last year I was the fittest I've ever been. It all came from the chuck fit. I was really, really flexible and everything, and I put on a little bit of weight, and I've lost a bit of that flexibility. It was really noticeable when I went snowboarding this year. But yeah, El Stacker, if you ever come to Australia and you get the opportunity, we can hook up with Adam. Adam's got like a jet ski. Actually, I think he's got 2 jet skis, because I think he's maybe convinced like his fiance to get one as well. So that's going to be wild. And I know that you've done wakeboarding behind a jet ski before. Bad Rider said, "This is legendary. We need a video of El Stacker listening to Michael Bolton with the fan blowing his hair in slow mo." Yeah, that's something that needs to happen. El Stacker, I think you need to like do that for sure. Michael Bolton playing in the background. Unfortunately, you'll have to play like a very short snippet of Michael Bolton. Either that, or just have it like in your headphones, or just accept the fact that that video is going to get demonetized for copyright. I don't know. I do agree this is legendary though. Old Man Shredder says, "Just do it." El, yeah, we all agree. Bad Rider says, "Martin's vids are boss. Can't wait for his winter vids." Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my, how can I say it? It's probably one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, out of anything, is when the world opens up. I have a list. Well, a list. It's more like a list of things that are places that I want to go written down. And I would say in the top 5 of that list is a little mountain in Sweden that has, I believe, 2 T-bars and maybe a button lift on it. That's the place that I want to go. Barjusta? I don't know how to. I'll probably just completely like really butchered the pronunciation of that, but and I could listen to the Swedish accent like all day. I love it so much. El Stacker says that he's charging his new headphones for work. Nice. I recently actually got a pair of the Samsung Galaxy Buds, and I've tried them on snow and absolutely love them. They're very expensive earbuds, and I was a little bit worried that they might like come out of my ears while I was snowboarding, but that didn't happen. So quite pleased. Although it's kind of hard to, when you're on snow, like they've got like a touch activation, so you touch to like skip a track or to adjust the volume and all that. When you're wearing mitts, that doesn't really work. So it's kind of annoying to have to like get your phone out and then like skip the track. So that's what I used to ride with, like a wire like earbuds that had like the little thing on it that like you'd press the physical button, and that was much better for me. But anyway, all right. I'm so far behind in this chat. All right, I'm gonna just nuke some comments. Winter kiteboarding sounds super Swedish, I guess. But like there's a huge kiteboarding scene here in Newcastle. There's so many people that do it, and people that's doing it gnarly, like not like there's the lake where I went when I had my first kiteboarding lesson, but I've seen like crazy winds and people taking like just regular surfboards without straps on them, with their whole kite rig like down at Nobby's Beach, and it is insane to watch. They are absolute legends. Or Norwegian, he says. Old Man Shredder says it should be within a month. My brother bought a kite too, and we'll be kiting in winter too. Sweet. I think I remember you saying that you wanted to try snow kiting. That would be insane. But would mean that you don't need lifts. All you need is wind, which is cool. The only thing about like kite snowboarding that would be annoying, I think, is that there's so much, like, you've got enough gear already, like when you're snowboarding, but to have like you need a pretty serious backpack, like all of the gear that you need, like you need to like carry a pump, like to pump up like the leading edge of your kite. You need like all of the rigging, like all attaching all of the wires and everything and getting it set up in the snow would be just a huge pain in the ass, I reckon. But it would be mad to try it. And I can't wait to see the videos. I really can't. So, Bad Riders says, we could just do it at the border. What do you mean the border? If the cotton farms let the water out. Are you joking? I don't know. I feel like I'd like to be near a beach. And I don't mind. Like, if I have to drive to, like, to Albury, or like to, you know, Wodonga or somewhere like that, then, you know, why not just drive the rest of the way? I don't know. Maybe, how far is it from there? It's probably another, 6 hours down to Melbourne, 7 hours to Geelong. So, I don't know. Well, I think we need to figure that out later. What's going to be the best way to do that? Bad Riders says, let's book it in, bring the boys, and it'll be hella fun. I'd love to see Phil try and get on a wakeboard. That would be epic. We need to get Phil down there. I really want Phil to be like more of a character. I feel like he's this mystery person that kind of lingers in the background, and I know him to be like one of the biggest legends. I really want Phil to be more front and center in the stories. But I need to get some vlogs like made so that people can see and know about Phil. The guy is an absolute legend. El Stacker says his headphones are done charging. Awesome. Old Man Shredder says, yo, I show you wakeboarding Sweden style. I'll drop a video in Messenger. Or can I look at that? Is that possible? Because the live stream is running through my phone. Oh, it's here. And it's giving me a link to YouTube. I think that will work. Yeah. You guys won't be able to see what I'm looking at. So I'm not that fancy. I think there is a way that I can do that. If I open that here. Oh my God, man. It's a 10-minute video. Nice music. Wakeboard. That's like some Swedish. Oh my God. That's insane. They're in the creek. I love the music though. You Swedish are heaps into punk rock. Oh my God. That's sick. Alright, I need to stop that and describe what I was just watching, and what I should do is I'm going to put a link in the chat for the video that I was just watching, which was crazy. It's this creek and this guy is wakeboarding with the rope attached in it. He's like wakeboarding in the creek that's still got heaps of grass and reeds and stuff in it. One of which he like launches off like a kicker, and he's being towed by a motorbike. And he's so fun. It's unbelievable. I'm going to watch the rest. A moped, yeah. It looks like it's yeah. It's hard because it's like in the distance to see, but that's like wild. Swedish style for sure. All right, where were we up to in the chat? What's he saying? Okay. Bad Rider said, let's go, Martin. I see. Bad Rider says, not if, when, Chuck. I'm going to... What? I'm looking at a second... seconds. He's looking at a second ski. That's... I was about to say a surf ski, so that's a totally different thing. A jet ski. But he's got the gear for wakeboarding. I just need a wakeboard. Like, are you saying you don't have a wakeboard? Or you don't have a wakeboard that I could... Oh, no, we would use the same. So one of us would drive the jet ski. I need to get my PWC or whatever it is, the jet ski license. Is that a thing down in Victoria? Because I know in New South Wales you need to get like a certain license to drive a jet ski, like in the lake, in Lake Macquarie, I know, at least. So... El Stacker says he needs to work on his flexibleness, flexibility, I would say is what you mean there. But I used to like religiously every day spend at least 10 minutes, at least, usually half an hour, just doing, or not really yoga, because yoga is like a specific, like targeted exercise that is as set positions and all that. I just kind of like make it up as I go. Like kind of, I know Casey Willax kind of does the same thing. Like he'll just make up his own stretches and get his body into weird like positions. I kind of make up my own stretches. But did I just see a young Jose Bautista in the chat box down there? I did. G'day, Jose. Thanks for joining us. It'll be pretty early morning over there, I would imagine. I was looking at that before. Where's my world clock? New York time. Holy crap, it's like 2 a.m. over there. What are you doing, man? Jose, you're up. I bet you got up to go to the gym. You're a gym boy. You're up there. You're like punching weights. I'm sure that's what's going on. Where am I up to in the chat? El Stacker says he needs to upload a karaoke vid, which I initially read as a karate vid. So I would accept either a karaoke vid or a karate vid would be even better. So El Stacker, if you can like work on a karate vid, that is what we all need to see. And we will all watch. That will be your most popular video. I guarantee it. El Stacker says that he's telling Adam that he wants some. Some of what? I'm not sure. More of Bad Riders going on about his step-ons. I know you love them. Let's move on. And a snow dome in the Netherlands to ride with Wim and the 303 crew. Now that is life goals. I think that's probably from back when I was talking about the list of places that I really want to go. And that definitely would be one of them, because Chuck, I've lost that comment now, but I know that Landgraf place is in the Netherlands, and not sure if you guys know this, but my like full name is not Chuck Van, it's Chuck Van Vliet, which is a Dutch name. My father was actually born in Rotterdam, so I have Dutch blood in me, and I'd love to go back to the land from my forefathers, from whence they came, and snowboard inside. That would be amazing. All right, where are we up to? El Stacker says that wakeboarding is rough. I love that. I've been using that term actually when something is like not very good. I noticed like in Japan you used to say, um, if you didn't like something, you'd say, "Oh, that was rough." Whereas I would use a word starting with F usually to describe a situation like that, and you would always say it in such a nice way. Um, all right, where are we at here? I've lost. Old Man Shredder says, now when I have Roban in the channel, it's going to be more fun than earlier season. I don't know what that means. I assume that Roban is one of your friends. El Stacker says, I got Skull Candy Crusher headphones. Yeah, Skull Candy are good. Wasn't Kevin Pierce from Snowboard Pro Camp sponsored by Skull Candy for a period of time? Didn't he have videos that were like sponsored by Skull Candy? I think that's really funny. So some people have asked in his live chat before, like if he could have a sponsor, what would it be? I think he normally says like travel. If you could be sponsored by a car company or an airline. Yeah, Martin says that's yeah, Rodan is Robert. Oh, cool. Yeah, of course. Bad Rider says, Martin, that's how we board after storms and when it floods. Yeah. That video. Yes, that is exactly what it's like in Australia after we have a storm and it's like been warmer temperature. It's like literally. Bad Eyes asks, do you have a cable park in Newcastle? No. There is no cable park in Newcastle, but there is a cable park in Sydney. Not that that's any good to me right now because, well, obviously I can't go to Sydney because the whole state's in lockdown, yo. I can't even go, like, even if there was a cable park in Newcastle, I couldn't go. But we do have like the biggest lake in the Southern Hemisphere. So, which they should build a park, but that lake is full of bull sharks. So, but people still like to go like water skiing in there all the time. So I've been in there like in one of those big inflatable donuts behind a boat before. It's gnarly when you come off. Just so no cable park. Which would be cool if we did have one. I'd be keen to try it. I've never done anything that's like wakeboarding. Not really. The closest I came was when I had those 2 kiteboarding lessons, and I couldn't get I never really actually kiteboarded. Like I learned how to like drive the kite, and at the end of the second lesson, I was like so close to getting up, and then we had to pack up. So and the wind like died right down. So and I just never went back to it because it's like, I don't know, it's ridiculous, like $200 an hour to go to get like kiteboarding lessons. The instructor was really good though. I love that vid that you shared, Martin, says Bad Riders. Oh yeah, Bad Rider says wakeboarding in the Murray, of course, like one of the biggest rivers that's in between our 2 states. I see. Bad Rider says, dude, one of the biggest bummer in 2021 is the fact that I missed out on meeting Phil. Yeah, it probably is going to be one of the biggest bummers ever. Yeah, I agree. Phil is an absolute legend. And Phil has an appearance coming up in a video that, well, actually a couple of videos I'll have coming soon. All right, so let's bang through some comments and then I'll probably start to shut this down, but not just yet. So, Bad Rider says, dude, yeah, you already read that one. It's good for the arms, Bad Rider says. Yeah, I imagine it would be because like you're up like this and you're like holding on to that bar. I reckon it's really common for people to like lean too far forward to start with. Old Man Shredder says they use mopped. I'm not even sure what that means. El Stacker says I need a power snowboard. Yes, you do. You should save up and buy one. That Never Summer board is great, but it's just not gonna. You're gonna have so much more fun on powder days, if you have like a directional snowboard. Like I got to. Oh yeah. I just read that wrong. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, moped. Is not a mopped. But dude, El Stacker, if you're still here and still awake, then you need to buy a powerboard. Well, you don't need to, or you can make one, like Martin made the squid. I still laugh at that video to this day. El Stacker says no license needed for jet ski in Idaho. I'd be surprised if you even need a license to drive a car in Idaho. You guys are so loose over there. Like, but this is coming from me. Like, I live in New South Wales, Australia, which is probably one of the most highly regulated. In fact, I know it is like, if not the, it's in among the top 3 highest regulated states for driver's licensing in the world. Hands down. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's for driving cars. I know that. Jose says mobility duo. Okay. I don't know what that means. Batterize said yes, you need a special license. I used to have a wakeboard, but it got trashed by my little bro. I didn't know you had a little brother. Oh, now I've just totally lost that comment. Oh my god, yeah. There we go, found it again. They're pretty strict. Yeah, they're pretty strict up here too. Jose said he's in Mississippi and it's 1 a.m. Ah, you are in Mississippi. I keep forgetting that. It's not on my... That's still like late. But you're like up doing... Jose, you're playing... You're a gamer. I know, you're on Twitch or something. Surely. Jose Adventures? El Stacker Adventures says, Jose, we need a mobility duo. I don't know what that means. Jose says, no, I went to get a drink. Yeah. Bad Riders, smashing hot sauce? What's Jose doing at 1 a.m.? I told you, man. He's working on the guns. I reckon that's what he's doing. He's like, it's got to be, surely. Tell me I'm wrong. El Stacker says, Jose, is he drinking water or beer? I reckon out of water and beer, he's drinking whiskey. That's my pick. But at 1 a.m, is he drinking whiskey? I don't know. Oh, yes. I got it right. I didn't even see that comment. He's drinking whiskey. I know you. Dang, you got 4 fathers and he only had 1. I don't know where that came from. Oh, no, that's my comment of going with my 4 fathers. Yeah, nice. I love like an obvious pun joke as much as any guy, and that's a really good one. Yes, I have 4 fathers. Too many fathers. Actually, I've got no fathers at the moment. But has anyone smashed the like button? I don't know. We've got 3 likes and 4 people in the chat, so someone hasn't. Bad Rider says fruff. Are you just like typing things that your dog is saying into the chat? Or did your cat like get up onto the keyboard? El Stacker says, haha, Jose, haha, oh my god. Jose says, sup old man, DWCP, Swedish Rob. I like Swedish Rob. I like him a lot. In fact, I reckon we need to have a DWCP like Rob convention. If we can get like Rob Gamolo and then like Swedish Rob and Robert Fowler, we need all these Robs to converge in one place at one time. That would be epic. And we need to have like the Conference of Atoms as well. If we could have the Conference of Atoms and then like the Roundhouse of Robs all together, that'd be the most epic trip. We need to get them all like at the one place and the one time. Bad Rider says, yeah, it's very early vids were sponsored by Skull Candy. Yep, I thought they were too. Old Man Shredder says a few hellos and what's up and S up to Jose. El Stacker says Jose and I want to be sponsored by Swanee Brews. You are going to be waiting a while for that. You know, almost every week I speak to Swanee and I say, dude, when are you going to send the beers? The boys want the beers, and he keeps carrying on. It's always excuses. What you guys need to do is blow up Swanee's DMs. So get onto Swanee Brews on Instagram and start getting into him. Where is the beer? I want the beer. Send the beer. He's even got bottles like ready to go. I know, I've seen them. He's sanitized them. They're sitting on my bench, and I want him to get rid of them so they can go and you can drink them. That's what we all want. But he keeps saying he's scared about how if they're going to be accepted by the US Postal Service and whether they're going to make it. And I'm like, dude, just send it. Send it. I know you guys have been waiting for far too long for that beer. And on another live stream at another time, I might, because Swanee Brews' vlog that he said he was going to make, that I know he's edited at least a minute of, was going to be like showing his whole process of how he brews his beer. So I don't know if anyone's ever going to see that. But what I will say is that one of these live streams or a video at some point, I will make a video showing the brewing setup. Jose says he's still waiting for his beer. In fact, I know he's here in the house now. I think he's like playing games or something. Pretty sure he's online. I know what he's doing. Otherwise, I'd get him to come and like explain to you himself. In fact, I might do that in a minute. I think that's the goal for me, says Bad Riders. Let's jet ski the lake and have one of those tubes. Let's go. Okay, I'm down for that. Old Man Shredder says, Gunner, my brother, is planning to buy one of those winches that you see in street novelty wakeboarding. Ooh. So what, you set the winch up like on the ground, like, and I assume it has to anchor to something, and then like you pull it back and it just like you press a button and it like pulls you. Is that how it works? It's got to be it. Like a super bungee. All right. Jose says Phil is funny. In Japan, he would disappear. Yeah, he just like left. Like you'd never, I don't know how to describe Phil. Like he's one of the most disorganized people I've ever met. And he's got no sense of direction. Like on the first day we lost him. Eventually I'll get those Japan videos up and you guys will see. We totally lost it. He had to get saved at least once by ski patrol in Japan. Where will Phil go next, we all ask. We never know. Never know. He's supposed to be here. Apparently he lives with me. But he doesn't, because I haven't seen him in weeks. Because he's in lockdown at his girlfriend's house. Alright, Elstacker says he's trying to decide what power board to get. I don't know. Boys, give him some options. There's so many good ones. You know what? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say get a Yes board. You know what I've been really stoked on, actually? I got to finally test my Yes, the Y snowboard. And oh. Yeah. This thing. Yes. That thing ripped. I was very, very pleased with it, actually. I had it in the trees, I had it in deep snow, and it was like firm, responsive, plenty of pop, easy to ride, well, relatively easy to ride switch, stacker, yes the Y. Get one of them. Cam rocker, beautiful. Or you could get like a, or if you want to save your money, get an Orca or something. I think you'd, that'd probably be more similar to what you're riding now. I don't know. Old man Shredder said, and it's still my powerboard. Oh, he must be talking about the squid. I hope that is still your powerboard, because that's hilarious. I want to ride that board one day when I come to Sweden. That's going to happen. Jose says he's got you. I've got you, El Stacker. I assume that means that he's going to lend you a powerboard, maybe. El Stacker says Jose. El Stacker says Chuck. Guess it, what a legend. El Stacker says, I have Cannonball the Light Button. El Stacker says, the Addams Family. El Stacker says, haha. El Stacker says, still going to send it. Yeah. What Swanee needs to do is send the beer. Jose is saying that he remembers. Yeah, we had to look for him on the map. Because at the start of the day, this is our first day on hill. This is a Phil story for the ages. First day on hill at Hanazono, I believe we were, and like a couple of it was a crazy day because this was the day that we met Kevin and all that too. It was our very first day on snow. My very like mine and Elliot's very first run in Japan was one down in one of the gladed like tree zones. First time that we'd ever been on the snowboards that we were on, and it was with Kevin. So it was that was crazy, but because of the logistics of the day, because you know we literally, I think Jose and I were in the main like center and organizing lift passes and stuff, and we literally went to walk out of the doors, and there was Kevin, this massive dude in his yellow suit, and yeah, then they all like came in, and you know and before you know it, we're all like, oh, they're like, oh, you want to come up for a run? And we're like, what? Of course we do. So we went up there, and like, you know, the plan, I think initially was for us to have a few family runs, and, you know, because, you know, we had a few different skill levels. Like Phil probably wasn't at the higher end of the skill level on the, of the riders on the trip. And, I think somehow like, me and Elliot just ended up off with Kevin for a while, and then somehow we ended up at the top of, nearly the top, or the highest, like chairlift before the pizza box. And yeah, so Phil kind of just got left behind, and I think he like took a trail and then took another trail, and then he ended up at another resort. And no one knew where Phil was. I think Phil definitely had no idea where Phil was. But at the start of the day, Swanee turned on the Google like friend tracking system. You know how I think on Google, like you can like share your location. So Swanee like did that so that he could like geolocate Phil from his phone. So we actually could see, like, Swanee, it was the end of the day, it was getting dark, we're all at the bottom of the hill, and we're waiting for, we're wondering where Phil is, and we're like, this guy has no idea where our accommodation is, there's no way that he's going to get home, we don't know where he is, there's no way, he won't answer his phone, because it's Japan, and we don't have phone numbers. We're all operating like off the internet, and anyway, it's and Wi-Fi and all the rest. But we did have the geolocation working somehow. I don't know how, but Swanee like pulled it up, and we could see Phil like on the screen, like getting closer and closer, and we're going, man, he is ripping. He is coming so fast. Turns out he was on the ski patrol, like snowmobile. They found him, like when they were doing their clearance run at the end of the day. They scooped him up because he had no idea where he was or what he was doing, and he like turned up, and we found him, and then we ate ramen. End of story. There's more to that story, but maybe for another time. Phil's a funny guy. Jose says the Battalion Party Wave, that also is a really good snowboard. I really want to buy a Battalion. I'm pretty sure that the next board I buy will be a Battalion. And I've said this, I think, before. I said this on my previous live stream. I've really been eyeing off the Battalion Goliath. In fact, the only thing that has stopped me from buying it now, I think, is that I've made another recent purchase, which you guys will find out about in about a week's time. And that's all I'm going to say on that. And I can't be spending money, like large Porsche sums of money right now. Well, because I'm in lockdown, and my income has dramatically reduced because of that for the time being. We'll see. El Stacker says that board looks like it rips. Bad Rider says that El Stacker should get a Party Wave or a Jones Storm Wolf. Well, I don't know if that's a bit too aggressive for El. Or you know, the favourite, the Orca. You should probably just get an Orca, honestly. Ultra Mind Expander. Swanee got a regular Mind Expander, and he was riding that at Perisher, and he really liked it. It towed him up a couple of times, but he really, really enjoyed it, and it kept up with me on that thing. So, Jose says, didn't get the Orca. No, I'm not going to get the Orca. I'm just saying, I might eventually. I'm not going to say never, but I don't need to. I'm happy. I've got two really good powder boards, and I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to buy the Orca because everyone else, just like, there's a lot of hype around it, and like I know lots of people that have them, and they love them, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you see like lots and lots of a certain make of car on the road, it makes you not want to buy that car because, you know, you don't want to be like everyone else. So that's kind of how I feel about the Orca. I don't want to do that. Bad right. Where are we up to? Jose hating on the Orca. What? No, I think Jose kind of feels the way I do about that. Like, yes, it's a great board, but there's lots of other great boards too. Old Man Shredder says, you will ride the squid. He's not, I like it how you're not even giving me the option. It's like, you will ride the squid. I'd love to. I really would. In fact, I'm going to watch that video again tonight. I was laughing so hard when you cut that thing. Oh. Bad Rider says, don't hate the orca, Jose, hate the skate banana. Well, be careful who you say that to. If NGen was on here, and NGen hasn't been very vocal on. I haven't seen him on YouTube for a while, so I hope he's okay. I need to reach out to him. Has anyone heard from him? He's made a couple of comments on the DWCP chat recently, but yeah, I hope Wim's doing okay. I know, Martin, you've probably spoken to him about skateboarding and other things. Hope he's okay. But yeah, Wim loves the skate banana. He reckons it's the board that every beginner snowboarder should have. You know, we all have our probably own opinions on that, but that's what he thinks. Jose says, yeah, that one too. El Stacker says, epic Phil story. Jose's laughing at it. Old man Shredder's laughing. Dude, he had no idea where he was. And I have a lot of that on film too. If Phil makes a DIY power board, it should be named the Potato. Agreed. Yeah, the Potato board. For riding specifically in mashed potato snow. Jose says, I was talking to TJ earlier in the week about making a trip to Jackson Hole, but he said he will hold off because he's hoping Japan opens up. Yeah, that'd be epic if it does. And I've mentioned this in my previous live stream. And I think Jose and I were talking about it. I know I've mentioned it, I think, on Elliot's live streams in the comments. I don't know if Japan's going to be open this year, or should I say in this next coming season. And I think it's definitely not going to be open to Australia. So I know that Adam and I, as much as we want to come, I don't think we'll be able to make a trip this year. If that changes, like if our vaccination rates go through the roof and international travel opens back up and Japan don't have too much of a gnarly like travel like visa situation or whatever it is, although they a visa wasn't required actually when we went last time, but they might change. As long as their processes aren't too bad, if it opens up, then yeah, I think we can probably make that happen. But I think it's more likely that 2023, January, February 2023 is when our next Japan trip's going to happen. But I can understand TJ holding out because who doesn't want to go to Japan? And I know that TJ and Kevin have like plans to get together, so we're going to see a lot more content from the two of them, which is great, because you know, I think we'll see more videos if those two are together versus if they're apart, because in this last season, like, you know, Kevin made a heap of videos in Whistler. We saw a few reviews, but not too much out of TJ. I think he was just kind of like riding and obviously testing boards, but yeah, he was just, I think, enjoying his time in Colorado. But I think we'll see more videos now they're together. El Stacker says, dude, and make it look like a potato. Yeah, I wonder if like a board the shape of a potato, like a cross section of a potato, do you reckon that would ride? How would it ride? It'd kind of look like a skimboard, sort of, wouldn't it? I don't know. It'd probably float. I don't know how good it would be carving, but that's interesting. Old Man Shredder says, I think he is talking to him a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I think that's good to hear. I think he's okay. Stacker says he should go to Jackson Hole. Bad Riders says Japan is pretty bad at the moment. I don't think it'll be open. Yeah, I think their situation with cases and the virus, I haven't actually looked into that, but I've heard it's not great. And they basically, I know that at the Olympics they had to like lock everything down. So Jose, I just saw drop into the chat a comment that let's all meet up in Zermatt. That would be amazing. In fact, that's on the list. I would love of going to, going to Europe is definitely on the list, and that would be insane. Stacker's got to, thanks, man, for coming to the chat. I know that it's like super late for you now. So, and I know you've got to like work tomorrow. So thanks for staying on for as long as you have. I'm probably going to wrap this up in like a few minutes anyway. So, take care, bro. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it a lot. That would be cool. I really want to go to Europe, and, if, the time that Kevin, and the twins always go to Zermatt, it's usually when it's like the best time for snow in Australia. In fact, and that's what burns so much about not being able to go to the snow right now is that because we're in lockdown, usually the best month of the year is August, and mid-August, basically right now, is the best time to be on the mountain for snow. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. It's the way we go. But a couple of things before I wrap up. Firstly, I want to shout out everyone that's joined. I think I might have to edit the first 10 minutes of this chat because it's just me sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But thank you, El Stacker, for coming. Thanks, Adam, Bad Riders. Cheers, Jose. And of course, the old man Shredder. It's been good having you guys. Before I shut this down, though, I just want to say that in the summer, now that the prospect has come that I'm probably not going to be snowboarding for a while, I've had to come up with other methods or other ideas of how I can keep my stoke going, and how I can get my board sports to still happen. Now I've got a plan. And I've made a purchase that is going to, I hope, bring a lot of stoke to my life. So I'm going to be sharing all that with you, hopefully when this thing arrives, which I think will be next week sometime. And secondly, of course, I want to do some more skateboarding and get better at skateboarding. And I'd probably like to get back into kiteboarding. But that's another expensive hobby. But I did make a start. Old man Shredder says a surfboard. I actually have a surfboard already. So no, that's not the thing. But I would like to, I'd like to get on my surfboard more actually. But there's all these things. Skateboarding, surfing, I want to get back. I want to get back in the water because I basically last summer I didn't go to the beach once. I've got so many world-class beaches within half-hour drive of where I live. I really need to get to the beach more when it becomes summer. But until then, there's something else that that I'm gonna kind of get stoked. And also, I'm claiming that Chuck Fit maybe needs to come back because I'm getting doughy. So that's all of those things. The other thing I'd like to say is that I know I'm always saying that, geez, I'm working on videos and there'll be more videos coming to my channel. But I actually have 2 vlogs already edited, part of a series from the last snowboarding trip, which I'm claiming sometime in the next 2 weeks. I'll be dropping something. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys watch those videos. All right. Bad Riders thinks that I pulled the trigger on a snowboard. Maybe. Old man Shredder reckons that I bought a surfboard or a motorbike. Interesting. You can wake the surfboard. Like my surfboard is this massive, like 7-foot foamy. I don't know if that will wake, but I don't have anything to tow me on a wakeboard. So, I don't have like anything like, my friend's got a boat, but, one step closer to his Indy Byron surf brand dream. Actually, the surfboard I have is like a cheap Rebel Sport one, but it goes good. But in any case, the last and final claim that I'm going to make is that not only is editing happening at the moment, but also I have literally a bunch of international post envelopes in which all of these DWCP stickers will finally be going out. So that's going to happen the next week. And on that note, the car and creek. Yeah. That actually could happen and has happened in the past. That's a story for another live stream though. I know you're stoked, but I've been like sitting on these stickers for way too long. And I've got like a whole bag full of them. And Martin, there'll be a bunch coming your way soon. And I've got the addresses for most of the DWCP, and I'll have to get some other envelopes so that I can post some to. Actually, I already sent. Did you get the stickers, Adam? That when I sent that snowboard down to you, I shoved some stickers in the box. I hope you didn't throw them out or throw out the box before you found the stickers. I forgot to ask you about that. But in any case, thank you all. We've been live for just over an hour and a half. That's 1 hour, 32 minutes and almost 30 seconds. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day. Be excellent to each other. I'll see you maybe even next week. Let's see. Let's go.